Hola chicos, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a un capítulo más de Persona 5. Madre mía, el capítulo de ayer, ¿cómo estaba, eh? O sea... Muy largo, muy largo. Pero bueno, a ver, ¿qué podemos hacer? ¿Podemos hablar con Futaba? Hola. Culpa mía. Todo esto ha pasado por haberme quedado aviso. Es tardísimo. ¿Sojiro sigue despierto? Es un poco raro. Puedes dormir en el sofá. ¿No deberías dormir tú en el sofá para que Futaba pueda descansar en la cama? Me voy a casa. Buenas noches. Vaya, por Dios. ¿Y ahora podemos hacer cosas? Tienes cara de cansado, vete a dormir ya. Ay. Vale. Pues venga. ¿La planta? Está sana. Vale. A dormir. Venga.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party.
Ajá. Espérate, vamos a ponerlo bien.
We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
¡Qué locura!
I hope you understand the situation you're in.
Claro.
Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen?
No había otra opción.
That may have been true, but still. Well,
How can I
put
say?
this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
Confía en mí.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
Great!
¡Qué pedazo de recompensa! Deberíamos buscar a los ladrones fantasmas nosotros mismos. Sois unos payasos, no vais a acertar nada. Kaichi insinuó que venían a este instituto, ¿no? Sí, pero mejor no. Ya ha habido demasiadas desconexiones mentales. Es posible que acaben con nosotros si metemos las narices. Que son 30 millones de yenes. Déjame soñar despierto, anda. Tío, ¿has visto las noticias? Ya me había preparado para esta posibilidad. Se me hace raro que haya un orden de captura contra nosotros. No tengo muy claro que podamos salir airosos esta vez. Ahora sí que estamos entre la espada y la pared. No sirve de nada discutirlo por aquí. Sí, mejor hablarlo en persona. Ay, no voy a tener tiempo libre, ¿verdad?
We're wanted now. And the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah, The enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the fat around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly. What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly... Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
Ah, nos dieron una trampa, joder.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Bueno, a vosotros, a mí no.
That really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause. I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too! But still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
Todavía no hemos perdido, joder.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
Pipa, pipa, pipi.
Hey, it's me.
Hola, Ryuji.
About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry.
Entiendo cómo te
You
sientes.
too? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it.
Aún puedes cambiar.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
Es buena gente, tío. Ryuji es un encanto. ¿Está empezando a llover de nuevo? A ver si no se suena muy fuerte. He recibido un mensaje de Akechi. Quiere que nos veamos en el LeBlanc mañana después de clase. ¡No! ¿Quién se cree que es para intentar mangonearnos así? ¿Mañana? ¿Qué prisas? Es justo después del anuncio de la recompensa. No puede ser casualidad. Va a ir bien, ¿vale? Nos las apañaremos. Sí, superaremos juntos. Pero yo no quiero que nadie se entrometa en nuestro camino nunca más. Tranquilos, bueno, nos vemos mañana.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow. Okay.
No podemos dejarlo así. Hay que descubrir quién está detrás de todo. ¿Podemos hacer cosas?
Oh.
Oh, podemos hacer cosas. ¿Podemos ir por ahí? No podemos ir por ahí. ¿Planta?
Nice.
Mierda. ¿Podemos poner cosas aquí? Vamos a decorar. ¡Eh! Seguro que trae recuerdos de bueno. Ah, mira qué guay. No tengo más. ¿Qué quieres hacer? Dejémoslo. Sofá, ¿qué hago? Pienso, ¿no? Sin más. Todo tuvo lo que hay que tener para unirse al equipo. Seguro que está muy pagado de sí mismo. ¿Y ahora? Teníamos un libro que terminar o algo así. Terminamos el de destreza, es verdad. A ver. Por poder podemos intentar... ¿Hago curry? No quedan, vale. Pues limpiaré el LeBlanc un poco. Hora de limpiar, venga. Sí, 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 al lío, venga. De nada. Reque. No subimos aún, ¿vale? Reque. Vale. Ay, Dios mío, cómo subió gentileza, tío.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures, but their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete. We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politician seems so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wit's end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten!
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean... I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
No queda otra.
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
Cierto.
Yeah, like how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, hmm? Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
Sí.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
No,
I'm
mañana
sorry,
no.
everyone. Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
Es que es su hermana.
Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Nene.
A palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation?
Así es.
That does make sense, more or less. If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility. No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation?
¿De qué hablas?
Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus. It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
La justicia siempre acaba ganando.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Está aceptando la verdad poco a poco. Siento que mi vínculo de Sal se está fortaleciendo. Juicio 6, venga.
All right.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
Se ha actualizado el resumen de la historia. Vamos allá.
What's this favor you need? It's late already. We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
Es impresionante.
Don't fall for it. Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow!
Same as always.
Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
¿Qué pasa? Tiene como flashes que no recuerdo o qué. Eliminado por el administrador. Damos paso a las noticias de hoy. El equipo de investigación ha hecho progresos en la búsqueda de los ladrones fantasma. Además, la oposición ha propuesto una moción de censura contra el gobierno actual. Se teme que esto, junto al plan de Shido de formar un partido, provoque la ruptura del gobierno. ¡Oh! ¡Vámonos! ¿Dónde quedamos hoy? Ah, es verdad, no hemos dicho dónde. En el juzgado. ¿Y ese dónde está? Pista, en el barrio de la oficina gubernamental. Kasumigaseki. En efecto. Ah, he oído hablar de ese lugar, pero nunca he estado allí. Ni yo. No es que la gente suele ir a ese tipo de sitios. ¡Hala! Solo mirar el mapa ya es impresionante. El departamento de policía, el ministerio de justicia y la fiscalía y la seguridad ciudadana. El edificio de la dieta también está muy cerca. ¿En serio? ¿A qué sitio aterrador vamos a ir? No nos pillarán, ¿no? Según Akechi, aún no se sabe quiénes somos. Así que vamos de cabeza hacia el territorio enemigo. ¿Alguien ha hablado con Akechi? Lo veremos allí. Permaneced en guardia. Vamos hacia la guardia de un león. Vale. Palacio, ¿se viene tú?
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky!
¿En serio?
I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh! I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
Conditions have not been met. Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena? Conditions have not been met.
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling, then! How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that, there's pachinko, but does that count as gambling?
We played cards during the school trip.
Conditions have not been met. What else is there? It must be a casino. Candidate found.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Beginning navigation.
Pues el casino, tú. Vamos a acercarnos al presente, tú. A ver, creo que este palacio... Bueno, ¿puedo pasarlo rápido? No, no sé qué hacer. Es que claro, cuando nos acerquemos a este palacio nos van a capturar.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
That's it, huh? What's going on here? We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
detrás, ¿lo veis? Uf.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes.
I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form.
The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a codename, too.
Codename?
Phantom thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru?
Oh, it's nothing.
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one.
Why not go with Crow instead?
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse. Now then.
Esto es lo de siempre. Primero tenemos que encontrar la ruta de infiltración. ¿No puedo llevarle?
Do you have a moment?
Sería una estupidez no elegirme para esta tarea, lo sabes, ¿no? Cuento contigo.
Oh.
Aparte que ya hay bastante gente en el equipo. ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué te cambio? Por Haru, por ejemplo. Buena decisión. ¡Qué guay! A ver. Akechi, a ver. A ver el personaje que tiene. ¡Cómo mola! Está guapísimo. Pero el pobre es que es 45. Es Robin Hood. Qué guay. Venga, vamos. Pues no pensé que lo íbamos a tener, pero oye, mira. Pues sí, sería lógico ir por aquí.
Okay.
Parece que voy a descolarnos por aquí. Oh, mira el traje.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking. That aside, the people in here look completely normal.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because of all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted. But considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we should be careful. Particularly of those in positions of power.
Is this what you have to go through every time?
Así es.
This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will
Solo
not
te
allow
llevamos
that
30
to
niveles
happen.
por encima.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of
Vale.
course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card. As always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
My apologies.
Well then, let's go.
I feel somewhat nervous.
Muy bien, empecemos asegurando la ruta. Vale. Uy, un rayaco. Dame cosas. Un topacio. Vamos. O para adelante solo. Porque por ahí no puedo. La música esta es pepino, ¿eh? No me acordaba. Supongo que era la que ponían al principio. Lo ponemos por aquí, ¿vale? It's somewhere. Ahí hay algo que te puedes entrar y por ahí hay una puerta. Que supongo que estará cerrada, ¿no? Vamos a ver, ¿la habrán bloqueado desde el otro lado? Creo que deberíamos buscar otro camino, ¿vale? Dame. 40. Me gusta la cara de ella.
Welcome. Come on out, you petty thieves.
Uy, mírala.
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
Ahora que baja. ¿Qué pasa?
So you've come.
Mira cómo mola.
The treasure is located on the manager's floor at the highest point of this building.
Why are you telling us this?
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
Oh.
Damn it! Over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her.
Y no nos tenemos que
Let us get
pegar.
after her, Joker.
Vale, no nos tenemos que pegar con nadie.
Here's a treasure chest.
¿Dónde? Ahí. ¿Qué me das? Y al confusión, vale. Pues al elevador.
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a players' club of sorts.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a players' club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but...
A shadow!
As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes!
Oh, buah, es un payaso de
No
estos.
need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you after all.
Espero mucho de ti.
I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those.
No he mirado qué pose. ¿Va él solo o va con alguien? Dios, qué rayos hay, madre mía, qué miedo.
Let us begin. Don't worry. You can leave this one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood.
Analizar. No sabemos nada.
Taste my wrath.
¿Medio? Va medio.
Robin Hood.
Vaya. Es que ya está muerto. No, vamos a cambiar el persona. Vamos a... Uy, claro, que no aumente el rollo este. ¿A quién vayamos? Chicos, os enseño las personas que tengo. Aparte del quinto Proto Oscuro, estoy ahora mismo con él. Está Thor, que vamos a poner a Thor. A este bicho, que mola, pero bueno. A Dionisio, también, que está guay. A Rafael. A Dominio, que también supongo que está bien. Este también mola mucho. Tiene mogollón de cosas. Filo valeroso. 60. Vamos a buscar uno que tenga mucha magia y ya está, a ver. Vamos con Thor, venga, que Thor mola mucho. Dale ahí. ¡Boom! Para pipo papo. No se te da mal. Y puedo hacer mucho más. Venga, vamos a ocuparnos de las sombras ya. Espera, según lo que vimos antes, ¿no creéis que nos van a tender una emboscada? Diría que sí, me gustaría acabar con esto cuanto antes. ¡Ay, Dios mío, qué miedo! Pero ahora tenemos una ruta de infiltración. Sería mejor que volviéramos y nos preparáramos. Muy bien, confío en vuestra experiencia. Hagamos eso. Pipo, pipo, pipi. Hoy hemos tenido una sorpresa tras otra. Espero que sigamos trabajando juntos así de bien. Pues sí, pero tenemos que explicar los pasos que seguiremos. No hace falta, primero aseguramos la ruta de infiltración, luego enviamos el aviso, ¿correcto? Al hacerlo, el núcleo de los deseos distorsionados del señor se manifestará en forma física. Al coger ese núcleo se activará al despertar. Deduzco que los pasos vienen a ser esos, ¿no? Matrícula de honor. No es tan fácil como suena. No subestimes esta mierda. No subestimo nada, te lo aseguro. Por cierto, la sombra de Nijima parecía muy confianda. Sí, a saber lo que nos espera. Será mejor ir con cuidado. Muy bien, avisando cuando entréis en palacio, ¿vale? Por supuesto. Perfecto, estaré disponible cuando me necesitéis. Suficiente por ahora, preparémonos para la próxima tarea. Ah, sí, siento haberte despidiendo la conversación. Contamos contigo, Akechi, no podemos fracasar. Sí, haré lo que pueda para estar a la altura.
The crucial moment's finally here. Give it all you've got.
Vale.
Okay.
Una oportunidad, hay que despertar el corazón de Nijima. Pipo, pipo, pipi. La cosa se ha puesto fea, os han puesto hasta una recompensa. Sinceramente, yo creo que los ladrones fantasmas son inocentes. Por cierto, he cambiado la pregunta de la encuesta, aunque ya se ha liado. Para mí también es un problema que la gente no crea que los ladrones fantasmas son héroes. Intentar limpiar vuestro nombre lo antes posible, ¿vale? Cuento con vosotros.
So people are turning on us even in his survey? Our popularity is really at an all-time low.
Tenemos que dormir ya, ¿no? ¿Qué vas a hacer? Ah, podemos hacer cosas. Pero no podemos salir, eso sí, ¿no? Dirá, ¿estáis cansados? No sé qué. Hombre, puedo leer, pero... Vamos, anda, vamos a limpiar el LeBlanc de nuevo, venga. Sí. Al lío. De nada, venga. Reque. Nada, no lo subimos. Me cago en Dios, Qué insufrible. Domingo 30, a ver. ¿Tendremos gente para quedar? Pipa, pipa, pipi. Ha llegado la hora. Pase lo que pase, hay que despertar su corazón. Sí. Cuento contigo. Todos tenemos nuestra forma de hacer las cosas, pero debemos proceder como siempre. Yo me encargo. No te preocupes, Akitu, confío en ti. Por eso te pido que me eches una mano. Tampoco hay necesidad de precipitarte por esto, ¿no? Tómate el tiempo que necesites para prepararte. Cualquier cosa sirve si nos ayuda en la misión. Confiamos en ti, al fin y al cabo eres el líder. Vale. Quiero subir los confidentes primero. Porque vamos a entrar en noviembre ya, ¿sabes? Aseguremos de que este plan sea un éxito. Fecha límite el 20 de noviembre, ¿no? Mission Start. Vale. Tenemos 21 días. Mierda. Vamos a ver. Shibuya. Paso subterráneo es el otro. Creo, ¿no? Aquí está Makoto. Aquí Javara. Está lo recreativo, chaval. Yuko se va a ir rojo, nada. No Meiji, nada. Y aquí callejones. ¿Callejones? ¿Hay gente en los callejones? A ver. Vamos a salir, a ver. Hasta luego, Sejiro. Ah, Futaba. Claro, la clínica. A ver. ¿Cómo va tu salud? Todo listo en el examen clínico. Si vienes ahora no tendrás que esperar. A ver, podemos ir. O el chaval este también pinta guay, ¿eh? Porque nos da... Espérate, voy a usar esto, sí. Estás ocupado, quieres mejorar, ¿no? Ven a los recreativos si puedes. Que no sean todos los movimientos. Venga, va, vamos. Vale, date prisa. No vamos a ir hoy a palacio, ¿vale? Vamos a esperar un poquito. Porque no me fío de que si terminamos... Es que si terminamos este palacio nos pillan. Me ha tocado una correa de los ladrones fantasma en la máquina de bolas de sorpresa del callejón. Cuesta 500 yenes, así que solo puedo sacar una cada cierto tiempo. Vienes a participar, ¿no? Bueno, ¿estás listo? Venga. Sí, practicar, vamos. Sigamos jugando. Bueno, voy a dar una vuelta. Avísame cuando quieras irte. ¿Pero qué? ¿Cometiste el mismo error la última vez? ¿Qué estás haciendo? No lo pillas, no puedes disparar a todos lados y ya está. Me reís la leche en ese juego. Sí, pero su actitud es malísima. Es como si fuera bipolar. No sé cuánto tiempo podrá aguantar el chaval. No has mejorado ni un poco. ¿Cuántas narices vas a aprender? Es súper tarde. Todo gracias a que te ha costado un huevo. Me animaría a que me elogiaras. Eres simplón, ¿eh? Siempre se me han dado bien los juegos de disparos, pero no quiero perder nunca el Gun-About. Así que supongo que enseguida me enciendo. Hora de que los niños de primaria vuelvan a casa. Joder, qué rayacos hay. ¿Lo entiendes, pequeño? Cállate. Me va a tocar llamar a tu madre. De acuerdo, me voy, ¿vale? Qué empleado tan desagradable. Y tanto. Yo tenía muchas ganas de seguir jugando. Mi casa es un aburrimiento. Siempre está vacía y nunca hay nada que hacer. Los adultos y los estudiantes del instituto tienen mucha suerte. Pueden jugar toda la noche. Tener tanto tiempo te ayuda a volverte más fuerte. Me gustaría poder jugar todo el día en lugar de ir al cole. Jamás perdería otra partida. Necesito volverme súper fuerte, como los ladrones fantasma. ¿Los admiras? Pues claro que sí. Quiero ser tan fuerte como ellos. Creo en los ladrones fantasma y su fortaleza. Se lo haré saber. Eso sería estupendo, gracias. Ahora en serio, no puedo dejar de pensar en ese empleado. Qué pesadito, ¿no? Si vuelve a decir algo, puede que tenga que usar ese movimiento con él. El que te enseñé, ¿recuerdas? Deberías usarlo en algún momento. Siento que mi vínculo se está fortaleciendo. ¡Pum! Madre mía. El terror. Torre nivel 2. Venga, lluvia de balas. Espérate. Que he actualizado el iOS 14, ¿sabes? Muy bien. Hostia, qué raro está el cambio de iconos y todo. ¡Wow! Vale. Bueno, un solo movimiento del juego, así que no funcionará contra la gente, ¿verdad? Ojalá funcionase en ese modo. Sería fuerte en la vida real. Necesito ser capaz de ganar en la vida real. Me voy a casa. Hasta luego. Siento la gentileza. ¡Oh!
All right.
Angelical. ¡Madre mía! ¡Al fin! ¡Joder! Solo de los ladrones fantasma de mi parte, ¿vale? Voy a bajar la persiana que me está dando mucho miedo. Yo lo siento, soy un cagón con estas cosas. Pipo, pipo, pipi. Hola, Fresón, soy yo, Shinji Oda. Me aburría, así que te he llamado. No te lo dije antes, pero tienes que seguir practicando, incluso en un solo jugador, ¿vale? Al principio a nadie se le da bien, pero con la práctica se mejora. Me esforzaré. Más te vale, se supone que tú eres el adulto. Yo también estoy practicando mucho, quiero volverme tan fuerte como los ladrones fantasma. Vale. Uy, acaba de llegar mi madre, tengo que colgar, hasta luego. Chao. El crío este. A ver si está Sojiro para ayudarle. Has vuelto, no sé qué decirte, me alegro que estés en casa. Pipo, pipo, pipi. Akechi, ¿qué pasa? ¿Alguna idea de quién puede ser el verdadero culpable? ¿De verdad? Dices que viste a un tipo con máscara, ¿no? Eso quería saber yo. ¿De verdad lo viste? El enmascarado tiene que ser el verdadero culpable, ¿no? Si el presunto culpable actúa solo, no hay equivocación posible. Ya veo. La siguiente pregunta es, ¿quién es el enmascarado? Por desgracia no tengo tanta información. Uf, ¿serás inútil? Vaya, muy amable por tu parte. Oh, me estoy poniendo colorada. No era un cumplido. Ahora toca reunir el mayor número de pruebas posible. Una vez hecho eso, seguro que lo atraparé. Os lo prometo. Confiamos en ti. Perfecto, dejadmelo a mí. Quizás se quede raro que lo diga yo, pero soy un detective excepcional. Os aseguro que atraparé al culpable, lo estoy deseando.
He doesn't have any clues, but he's confident enough to say he can definitely catch the guy. No wonder he's a star detective. Even the way he talks about these things is different from us.
¿Y tenemos algo por aquí? Nada. ¿Y tú, Sojiro, no tienes nada para mí? Vaya por Dios. Shibuya. Plaza de la estación. Ah, claro, el político. Nada por aquí. Kijabara tampoco. ¿Y Shinjuku? En el barrio rojo, la tiparraca esta. Vale, necesito ahora mejorar el coraje. No vamos a quedar con nadie hoy. A lo mejor. ¿Qué vas a hacer? Juguemos a algo. El coraje este ya lo he jugado. El juego de lucha, coraje, venga. Venga, que va. Vamos a Power Intuition. Tu rival es el maestro Kung Fu. Sus ataques parecen bastante despiadados. A los dos os queda poca salud. Creo que ganarás si ejecutas un movimiento especial. Oye, el enemigo está aturdido. Pues ejecuta el ataque especial. Vale. Muy bien, se acabó. Has ganado. Bien. Guay, te has pasado el nivel. Eres el mejor. Ha sido increíble ver cómo te has enfrentado a un rival tan fuerte. Falta solo coraje para subir al máximo, tú. Creo que es hora de parar, dejémoslo aquí. Quiero jugar un poquito más, venga, va. Un día más. Quiero ver si tenemos para subir tanto a la pelirroja como a Kechi.
Good morning. My sister is serious. Her determination to win this fight is reflected in that casino. She won't be easy to beat. I know that better than anyone. I want to understand our situation as soon as possible. Let's go to the palace today.
Cálmate.
Sorry. Perhaps I am getting a bit too high-strung. But I can't bear seeing my sister like this. Well, if you're going by any chance, let me know. I'll make sure I'm ready at a moment's notice.
Vale. A ver. Hoy nos da tiempo. ¿No deberías decirles lo demás del objetivo de alimentos? Aún no. ¿Nuevas verduras? ¿Quieres ir al palacio? ¿Qué planes tienes? ¿Podemos conseguir el rollo de esta también? Porque no lo tenemos. He descultivado nuevas verduras. Me encantaría que Sakura me diese su opinión sobre ellas lo antes posible, pero las cosas están un poco patas arriba. A lo mejor y cuando tengamos más tiempo. Estaré en la azotea después de clase. ¿Qué pasa cuando te venga libre? Venga, vamos a verlas, Y... Oye, lo que me raya es... Pero antes de nada voy a seguir mirando, a ver. Porque, a ver, aquí a la azotea está con quien paso mi tiempo libre. Shibuya. Paso subterráneo, que es... Yusuke. Yonhan Yaga. ¿Quién está en Yonhan Yaga? Ah, vale. No, ¿quién está en Yonhan Yaga? ¿Quién está aquí? A ver. Va, da igual. Vamos a hablar con esta, pobre. Hola. Yaquito, ¿has decidido qué vas a hacer hoy? ¿Va a pasar el rato juntos? Es un momento así, esto forma parte de tu plan de estrategia de infiltración. Es un secreto. Si lo dices así parece muy importante. Supongo que relajarme es esencial en momentos como este. En tal caso me gustaría aprovechar esta oportunidad para llevarle mi cosecha más reciente a Sakura. Vale, me gustaría ir al Blanc. ¿Hoy vienes? Claro. Estupendo, pues vamos.
Hello, Sakura-san. I'm sorry for asking this of you.
It's all good. Not like I have customers to deal with. So, this is what you grew?
Yes. I'd like an honest opinion from a culinary professional.
Let me see. To be honest, both the taste and appearance are the opposite of what I'd call market grade.
I see.
But it's impressive you managed to grow anything at all up on a rooftop of all places.
I'm honored to hear you say that.
You know, I can't say it tasted good, but it was actually somewhat refreshing. Kind of like how you feel good after taking bitter medicine.
I first came across the plant in my house. It's possible that it's an experimental breed created for use at Okumura Foods. Thank you very much for the input, Sakura-san. I'll take note of that.
Las verduras de Haru contienen cierto amargor, pero también resultan una fuerte energía.
He's right. That was the same thought I had. I think I understand what Sakura-san meant when he said they were refreshing.
Es como si las verduras secadas al sol se me llenasen de energía. Pueden resultarme útiles en las incursiones de los palacios.
I agree. I'm so happy. I didn't expect this hobby of mine to provide value to the Phantom Thieves. This is actually the only thing I can honestly say I'm good at.
Parece un trabajo duro.
Thank you for worrying about me, but I find the work relaxing. Hey, do you think you could help me out again sometime?
Claro.
Like you did today? It's a deal. We're like real Phantom Thieves. Okay, I'll do my best from now on.
Es súper mona. Tan entusiasmada que antes. I am Bao.
It seems you were probing into a certain conglomerate. There's the possibility you even infiltrated their company building. Perhaps some sort of connection? Tell me about this person.
I am thou. It shall become with the birth of the
Y ya estaría. ¡La emperatriz!
All right.
Muy bien. Vale. Nos da cosas para el metaverso.
Still, he was right. The taste leaves much to be desired.
Vamos a bajarlo aquí. Tengo que bajar.
Thank you.
Gracias por invitarme. Tu opinión sobre las verduras me ha ayudado mucho. Ah, si alguna verdura te gusta... si hay alguna verdura que te guste particularmente, avísame. Tengo un mogollón de semillas. Si quieres alguna preferencia, habla. Perfecto. Déjame la mía. A fin de cuentas, así contribuyo yo a los cazadores fantasma. Bueno, me voy a casa. Hasta luego.
Goodbye.
Hasta luego. Vale, anochecer. Vamos a ver quién está ahí. Quiero hacer una cosita rápida. Has vuelto, lo siento. Bienvenido a casa. Pipo, pipo, pipi. Joder. Se comenta que quieren convocar elecciones anticipadas. Por eso te he escrito. La ley no nos permite recibir ayuda de menores durante la campaña. La campaña empieza el mes que viene, así que tienes que irte antes. Tienes que irte antes. De hecho, a mediados de este mes. Tenlo presente, por favor. Vale. Podemos ir a Sojiro. No, vamos a hacer el de Sojiro para el día siguiente. ¡Oh, crucigrama! Me da tiempo, venga, venga. El alumno que se juega el curso en ellos. ¿Exámenes? No. Estudios. No. ¿Escuela? No. Espérate. No. Estudios. Es que a ver. No. Joder, ahorro tiempo mirándolo, a ver. Crucigramas, persona. Ah, finales. Joder. Ya está, bien, yupi, vamos.
I see. Nice.
O sea, me da conocimiento, es una tontería, porque ya tengo mogollón de conocimiento, pero... Vale, vamos a ir a... Por aquí no están, pero vamos un momento a Cibuya. A Cibuya, ¿sabes? A Cibuya. ¿Hay gente por ahí? En plan de, oh, ya me ha dicho no. Kanda está la otra. Shinjuku. ¿Ah? A lo mejor... Y el Kichikoki también. Buah, vamos a mirar, porque a lo mejor no voy con este, Vamos apurados en tiempo, Dios, vaya hostia. ¿Qué necesitas hoy? ¿Qué iba a hacer hoy? Ah, crear personas, es verdad. Vamos a ver si me da para crear estos dos. Matador y jinete blanco. No sé, si sube al 34. Va, no sé, vamos a intentarlo con el... No, da igual, yo qué sé, dejarme. A ver, espérate. Vale, me voy, mejor me voy, que me están reclamando ya.
It is time, inmate.
Y lo dejamos aquí, ¿vale? Venga, chicos, hasta el siguiente capítulo. Chao, chao.